Here we see Tanjiro lying unconscious, and that's when he starts to smell something burning. This causes him to wake up in fear.
Tanjiro, don't worry. Despite applying a lot of pressure, the bleeding wasn't stopping. That's why I'm heating the wounds now. I put pressure on your upper left arm, but if the bleeding still hasn't stopped, then take off your clothes so I can burn it.
Hearing this, Tanjiro starts to get scared. He makes an excuse about the enemy and tries to avoid this.
Tanjiro, I hope you realize that this is just the beginning of the fight. Our final goal is Muzan, but we might have to fight Upper Moon 1 and 2 before that.
You're absolutely right. So now I have to prepare myself.
Then, a crow comes and tells them that Shinobu, Kanao, and Inosuke have defeated Upper Moon 2. Hearing this, they are very surprised, and Tanjiro starts asking about Kanao and Inosuke.
This is truly amazing! We keep on winning. This means we'll reach Muzan very soon.
Then here, Mitsuri and Obanai find Upper Moon 4, Nakime, and Mitsuri, remembering Shinobu, attacks Nakime alone. But then Nakime brings a door in front of her. After colliding with it, Mitsuri falls down.
This is really embarrassing. I went forward with so much enthusiasm, but look what happened to me now.
Then, Obanai saves Mitsuri.
Mitsuri, we don't know what our opponent can do, so we need to watch her carefully and attack her thoughtfully.
Mitsuri agrees to this, but then the ground beneath them gives way, causing them to start falling, but they manage to save themselves by jumping somehow. The buildings start attacking Obanai, which Obanai manages to dodge, and as Mitsuri starts to move forward, a building starts to carry her towards the roof of another building, causing her to be about to collide with the roof. But then Mitsuri breaks the building below her and saves herself.
So you can move the building like your own body. At first, I was surprised by it, but now I understand everything.
Then, Mitsuri attacks Nakime again, but Nakime brings a door in front of her again, which Mitsuri manages to avoid by jumping this time. But then, due to a window opening on the other side, she starts falling again. Then, Obanai attacks Nakime, but Nakime saves herself from his attack by moving her building upwards.
Her blood demon art isn't powerful enough to kill someone, but it's a really irritating demon art. This battle is going to be really irritating.
Here, Gyomei and Tokito are moving towards Muzan, but then a building comes and takes Tokito away from Gyomei. And Tokito, breaking through a building, reaches Upper Moon 1, Kokushibo.
So you finally arrived, Demon Hunter. But wait, why do you look so familiar? And I think I've figured out the answer to that.
So this is Upper Moon 1. He's quite different from the other Upper Moons. And he has this blade too. Was he a demon slayer before? So that means he must use some kind of breathing style. Then Tokito tries to draw his sword, but because Kokushibo is standing in front of him, his body is refusing to fight.
What is your name after all?
My name is Tokito.
So that means the Tsugikuni name has ended. And besides, it's been over 400 years, so this was bound to happen. When I was human, my name was Tsugikuni Michikatsu. And you are a descendant of the same Tsugikuni family that I left behind, which means you are my descendant.
Hearing this, Tokito is very surprised and can't believe it at all. Then Tokito tries to calm himself down so that he can fight Kokushibo.
Your mental strength is truly amazing because you calm down so quickly.
Then Tokito attacks Kokushibo with the second form of mist breathing, but Kokushibo dodges his attack. Then Tokito again attacks him with the fifth form, but Kokushibo dodges again.
So you're 14 years old this year, and truly, even at this age, your technique has become quite amazing. You should be scared in front of me, but you're still mustering up the courage to attack me. This is what I expected from my descendant. Even if you're my distant descendant, my cells are still present in you.
Are you kidding? Even if I am your descendant, it's been over 100 years. Because of that, there's no part of you left inside my body. Then Tokito's mark activates, and he attacks Kokushibo's neck with the seventh form. Kokushibo dodges again, and Kokushibo really likes Tokito's technique, and he realizes that Tokito created this technique himself. Because of this, he draws his sword to show respect to Tokito and cuts off his left hand using the first form of his moon breathing. So he uses moon breathing. I can't believe that despite being a demon, he can still use this technique, and his speed is truly amazing. Then Tokito stops the bleeding with his clothes and starts attacking Kokushibo again.
This is truly amazing. Even after losing a hand, he's coming to attack me.
As Tokito attacks Kokushibo's neck, Kokushibo grabs his sword and pins him to a pole by piercing it through his shoulder.
My descendant, come on now, become a demon so that you can be useful to that man. I never thought that I would be so happy to see my descendant. And yet, you don't need to be afraid, because when you become a demon, this hand will also come back. Right now, I am the only Upper Moon who can fight. So, I am sure that man will accept you too. I have to stop your bleeding because if humans lose too much blood, they die.
Then Genya is also hiding and watching this, and he is trying to aim at Kokushibo. But Kokushibo senses this, which is why he appears right behind Genya and cuts off the hand holding the gun. Then Tokito tries to free himself, and Genya takes out a sword with his other hand, but Kokushibo cuts off his other hand too.
So it's you who was eating the demons.
Then Kokushibo cuts Genya in half, but Genya still doesn't die. And here, Tokito is unable to free himself.
You're still not dead? 300 years ago, I also met a swordsman who used to eat demons. But at that time, when I cut his body, he died. But it seems in your case, I'll have to cut your head, because I have no reason to let a fake demon live.
Then Kokushibo attacks Genya's neck. But Sanemi comes and stops Kokushibo's attack and pushes him back.
So you are the Wind Hashira.
You said it right. I am the Wind Hashira, and I'm here to cut your neck.
Brother, you finally came.
Shut up. I'm serious right now. You're really full of false hope, little brother. Why do you think I killed our mother? It was because I wanted to protect you.
Hearing this, Genya remembers what Tanjiro said, where Tanjiro told him that when Sanemi was angry with Genya, Tanjiro didn't feel any hatred from him, which meant only one thing, that Sanemi loved Genya very much.
You foolish brother. You should have left the demon slayers, gotten married, had children, and lived a good life. I couldn't do anything for my mother, nor for my younger brothers. But you should have lived your life and been happy because I made sure that no demon came your way.
I'm sorry, big brother. I'm really ashamed.
So you guys are Demon Slayer brothers. This is truly a very emotional reunion.
How dare you cut my little brother? I won't spare you at all.
Then Sanemi starts moving towards Kokushibo, and Kokushibo also takes out his sword and attacks him. Sanami dodges by sliding and attacks Kokushibo's leg, but Kokushibo dodges his attack by jumping, and then they both start fighting, where Sanami is surprised to see Kokushibo's sword because Kokushibo's sword has eyes on it. Then Kokushibo uses the fifth form of moon breathing to push Sanami back, but Sanami again uses the third form of wind breathing to attack Kokushibo. Kokushibo dodges it.
Your physical body and techniques are truly amazing.
I'm really enjoying fighting this demon. With every slash, small blades are also coming out, and their size and shape are always changing. And this is the reason why Tokito lost. If I didn't have so much fighting experience, I would never have been able to dodge them. I can't believe this demon is using breathing forms, and his power and speed are increasing with every attack. Truly, it's going to be a lot of fun to kill him.
Then Sanami attacks Kokushibo with the second form of wind breathe, but Kokushibo cuts his attack with his sword. And Sanami again gets close to Kokushibo and attacks him, which Kokushibo blocks with his sword. Then Sanami, with the help of his foot, attacks Kokushibo with Genya's sword, but Kokushibo dodges this too. Then they both start fighting again with their powers. And Kokushibo also starts enjoying this fight.
While fighting him, I can't even blink my eyelids because I just barely escaped death. I have to be a little careful while fighting him.
During the Sengoku era, the Wind Hashira and I improved our swordship skills by fighting this.
Then Kokushibo manages to injure Sanami with the help of the sixth form of his moon breathing, and we see that this technique also cuts the nearby pillars. A lot of blood starts flowing from Sanami's body.
You fought me quite well until now, but if you move now, your organs will come out.
Then Kokushibo's pulse suddenly starts to increase, which Sanami also feels.
For demons, rare blood is like silver vine powder is to cats.
Then Sanami attacks Kokushibo with wind breathing, and Kokushibo starts to stumble a little.
What happened? Are you feeling dizzy? It seems my blood works on upper demons too. Once demons smell my blood, they get intoxicated because this blood is very rare.
Then we are shown the past.
While hunting demons, I realized that my blood is special. When my mother became a demon and my blood fell on her, her movements became very slow, which is why I was able to kill her. My eyes stopped seeing colors, which made it difficult for me to see at night. I had no idea about Nichiren blades and demon slayers. I just took some weapons and went to fight the demons. And then I tied up the demons until they burned to death at sunrise. That plan was really very dangerous, and I didn't die because my blood would intoxicate the demons. And then once I met a demon slayer who was chasing a demon just like me, and it's because of this demon slayer, Kumeno Masachika, that I am here today. And it was because of him that I met the Wind Hashira. Good people die one by one, and this is the biggest flaw in this world. I defeated a lower moon with Masachika, but still, only I became the Wind Hashira because Masachika had died.
Then Sanami attacks Kokushibo with the sixth form of wind breathing, and Kokushibo can't believe that despite being so injured, Sanami is still fighting, and he has stopped his blood from flowing. Then Kokushibo also starts fighting with Sanami, and with the help of his foot, he stops his sword, which gives him a chance to attack Sanami's neck. Then we are shown the scene where Sanami met the master for the first time, and he doesn't like it at all that a person who has never gone to fight is their master, sitting in front of them and giving them orders. Because of this, he starts insulting the master. Kane, Tengen, and Gyomei don't like this at all, but the master has no problem with it.
Just by looking at you, I understood that all this is a false act. You just consider your fighters as puppets. You don't even know anything about swordsmanship, but you are still the leader of the demon slayers. This is really pathetic.
Forgive me, Sanemi. I tried to pick up a sword once, but my body was so weak that I couldn't even swing the sword. I also wanted to become a swordsman who could protect people, but but it was impossible. So please forgive me that you all have to go through so much pain because of me.
As soon as he hears these words, Sanemi starts remembering his mother, which makes him feel as if his mother is loving him.
If you all are pawns for me, then I am also one of those pawns, which is why, if I die, nothing will change, because I have already chosen my successor. You've come to the Hashira meeting for the first time, haven't you, Sanemi? It seems you've misunderstood. I'm not a boss. All these people just treat me like this, out of their own will. But if you don't want to do that, then you don't need to do anything like that, because I want you to save people as a Hashira instead. It's my fault that I called you here directly after Masachika's death, because he was like a brother to you, because of which you must have been going through a very tough situation at that time.
Sanemi can't believe that the master knows Masachika's name, and Kanae tells Sanemi that the master remembers the name of every demon slayer who has died fighting a demon. Sanemi can't believe this at all, because he doesn't even remember the names of those who died fighting demons with him.
Sanemi, all the people in the Demon Slayer organization have written their own will, and they are all the same in some way. And Masachika's will is also exactly the same. So that's why I want to give this to you. Masachika had a deceased brother whom he saw in. He dreamed of a bright, shining future, and this dream is mine too. He wanted the people he loves to always live their lives happily. And even if he wasn't alive to see it himself, he still wanted the people who love him to always be happy and live their lives.
Then here, Sanemi blocks Kokushibo's sword with Genya's gun and fires a bullet at him. But Kokushibo blocks his bullet with his sword and then attacks Sanemi using the third form of moon breathing again. But then Gyomei comes and saves Sanemi.
Sanemi, quickly stitch your wounds, and until then, I'll stop him.
Then Kokushibo starts to analyze Gyomei's body.
His body is trained to its absolute limits. For the first time in 300 years, I've met a warrior who has so much strength.
Then Gyomei starts to swing his weapon and attacks Kokushibo directly, which Kokushibo dodges. And as he is about to use his moon breathing, Gyomei attacks Kokushibo with his axe. Because of this, Kokushibo doesn't get time to use his moon breathing, and he ducks down to avoid that axe. Then Kokushibo again tries to use his moon breathing, but Gyomei, using the second form of stone breathing, attacks Kokushibo again, which Kokushibo dodges. But this time, Gyomei had a plan to trap Kokushibo with his chain. Then Kokushibo tries to cut Gyomei's chain with his sword, but he realizes that Gyomei's chain is not going to break. Because of this, he ducks down at the last moment and saves himself.
These chains, axe, and iron ball are made of pure iron, which means this weapon is very dangerous. My sword is made of my flesh, so if I try to cut this man's weapon with my sword will burn. This iron has absorbed sunlight to a great extent, and doing this was not even possible in the Sengoku era. It seems I'll have to get close to him and attack.
Then, Kokushibo gets close to Gyomei and attacks his neck, but Gyomei dodges his attack by jumping and attacks Kokushibo with his axe. Kokushibo dodges again. Then Gyomei attacks Kokushibo with his iron ball, and this time, instead of his neck, he catches his sword with his chain, which breaks Kokushibo's sword. But still, they don't stop, and they attack each other with their respective breathing style. Then we see Kokushibo's sword regenerates again.
Whatever you break will regenerate again, which means your attacks are useless, human. I was saving this for Muzan, but if I fail here, I'll end up right back where I started, which means I'll have to use it.
Then Gyomei activates his mark,